Assalamu alaikum, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. Ustaza Sidra Naeem is an alima qualified from Al-Huda International. She has studied the 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in detail. In this series, she will be focusing on the meanings, explanations, and ways of implementing Allah's attributes into our lives. The session will conclude with interactive questions and answers. Today we will be continuing and focusing on two more of Allah's attributes, Al-Mu'izz and Al-Mudhil. Over to you, Sister Sidra.
Well done for the pronunciation, Alex. You're actually better than I am when it comes to pronouncing Arabic words. So well done, everybody, for finding the time to tune in today. And today we're going to continue actually Allah's attributes. Last time we looked at two names which looked at Allah elevating people and decreasing people. Okay, and today the next two names are more exaggerated along the same lines, but far more exaggerated. Okay, so let's share the PowerPoint. Okay, so Al-Mu'izz is the first one, and the name means the bestower of honor. Honor is more higher than high, if you like, okay? And only Allah is the honorer and the bestower, and Allah gives honor to who He wills, okay? We have already covered the name Al-Aziz, which is linked to this. Al-Aziz means the Almighty, the highest. And it's only Al-Aziz who can give us honor, okay? Who can name me a few types of people that Allah gives huge honor to while they are in this world?
Mothers.
Mothers, okay, that's a good one. I'm looking at higher level here, really.
People who go to Hajj.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Imams.
Imams, yes, Imam is definitely one of them. Let's go higher than that, higher people.
Rulers.
Much higher than that. What's
Well,
the
prophets.
what the person
Prophets.
can get on this word? Prophets. Good, Amanda, I think you said that one. Prophets. Okay, so Allah gives honor to prophets, huge honor. And some prophets, like Ibrahim alayhi salam, was actually Allah's friend. And from Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah gave him so much honor that he was the father of many, many, many nations. Okay. The honor of Musa alayhi salam, Moses, was he spoke directly to Allah through the burning bush. Okay. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was given huge honor. He visited Allah up there on Jannah, in Jannah, on the above the seventh heaven, and also spoke to him as well. This is huge honor, which only Allah can give to people who He chooses. Okay. The other one, Fasil already mentioned, imams. But what kind of special imam is there? Because some imams, they just lead prayers. What is a special kind of imam? What good deed does he have to do to get that extra honor?
Invite the community.
No.
The community.
No, there are different types of imams. Some imams, they just need to just lead the prayers and that's it. Okay. And they will just, anybody can become an imam. You just need 2 or 3 ayahs of the Quran that you know of by heart and you become an imam. But there are different types of imams who Allah has given great status to. What's the type of imam who learns the whole Quran off by heart?
Hafiz.
A Hafiz Quran. Okay.
Allahu Akbar.
Okay. So a Hafiz Quran is somebody who memorizes the whole Quran off by heart, which is very, very difficult. And Allah grants them Jannah and will put crowns on their head on the day of judgment. And they will be allowed to take a certain number of people with them to Jannah, including their mothers. Okay, so that's the kind of honor which Allah gives only to specific people. Okay, now let's go down a notch. We've done prophets, we've done imams. Now let's go down to ordinary people like us, all of us. What kinds of people do you think Allah gives honor to? He chooses certain people to be his soldiers, doesn't he? It's in the Quran. He chooses certain people who are going to do good deeds for him. What kinds of honor do you think he may give them? Think of all of us, ordinary people. That's your clue.
Martyrs.
All
Okay, martyrs, us ordinary, us girlies.
mothers and people who spread dawah.
Right, people who do good deeds in any form, okay? They go out, they're free of charge. They don't get any money out of the good work that they do. Their jobs are separate from the good works. And they go out and they've dedicated their whole life to doing good things, okay? I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I do believe that I am one of those people who Allah has definitely, alhamdulillah, rewarded me in this dunya with so many things. I can't count them, honestly. One of them, which people can see visually, is that through all my volunteering work and everything, I met the late Queen, and it was the first time in history, because the Queen is Church of England, the monarchy is Church of England, but they recognized all the good works that I do, not just amongst my community, but amongst non-Muslims, the British, and awarded me the title of becoming a Queen's representative. And that was actually a very big honor. In this dunya, I don't know if I'll get any reward in the next dunya, but definitely in this dunya, that was an honor. This is a type of honor that Allah gives to people who he wishes to in this dunya. Okay? That's an example of ordinary people. We are all ordinary people, aren't we? Okay? So let's now go on to the video, which will explain the name a little bit more.
Do you remember one of the names of Allah called Al-Aziz? It comes from the word Iz. It means he is the undefeatable and no one will ever overcome Al-Aziz. Allah is also called Al-Mu'izz, which means the one that gives away Iz to whoever he wishes. This means Al-Mu'izz gives power and strength to overcome things to whoever he wishes. And when someone is granted Iz, it is considered honorable. The Holy Quran says, وَتُعِزُّ مَن تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَن تَشَاءُ. And you honor وَتُعِزُّ whoever you wish, and dishonor whoever you wish. When you obey Allah and stay away from bad deeds, Allah Al-Mu'izz grants you Iz. He grants you strength and honor and protects you against sinning. Imam Ali alayhi salam said, La izza a'azzu min at-taqwa. There is no honor, no izzah more honorable than piety. Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam said, there are three things through which Allah only increases the Muslim in Izz. 1. Forgiving the one who has wronged you. 2. Giving one who has deprived you. 3. Reconciling with one who has cut you off. How should we live by this name? 1. Seek your strength and honor from Allah. This will give you courage to perform good deeds. 2. Stop and reflect at the verses of the Quran. Its reminders give you strength and honor to stay away from sins and everything you need to succeed in life. Allah has said in the Holy Quran, وَإِنَّهُ لَكِتَابٌ عَزِيزٌ. And indeed, it is a powerful, honorable book.
Okay. Anything else that we can do if Allah has made us honorable? What can we do if he's honored us in this dunya?
Be grateful.
Be grateful. Good. Well done. Okay. And also, how can we attain? How can we become honorable in Allah's eyes? We need to continue doing good deeds. Okay. So the first thing is the 5 pillars, which are a must. That is obligatory in our religion. Okay. Then any other good deed, which is not the 5 pillars, like reading the Quran, going to the mosque, reading about Islamic stories, things like that. Okay. And then after that is everything which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did. Okay. We copy him. We inspire people. We care about people. We care about animals. We give to charity. We educate people with the knowledge we've got. We inspire others. Okay, we spread our knowledge. We give to charity. We go and clean in the mosque, things like that. All the things which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did. Okay, we do all of those things, and then Allah will honor us only through good deeds. Allah only honors people through good deeds. Okay, and then Alex said, we thank Allah. Okay, we thank Allah for putting us in such a good position where we can help others, and for the opportunities that Allah brings our way. Because did you know that some people Allah does send opportunities to, but they don't take them? But we should thank Allah for even recognizing when a good opportunity comes our way, to recognize it and then take that opportunity. Even that is because of Allah, is it not? Okay, right. So what is the opposite of honor?
Dishonor.
Dishonor, or another word beginning with H? Humiliate.
Humiliate.
Humiliate. Okay. Now, we did already last time when Allah lowers us, but humiliate is on a far higher level. Okay. So there are so many meanings to this word, so many meanings. So things like making us despicable, so people hate us, abased, lowly, submissive, weak, okay, contemptible, paltry, abject, low, all of those words. Okay, now which kinds of people will Allah humiliate on the day of judgment?
The non-believers.
Okay, people who don't practice the religion, hypocrites.
The hypocrites.
Okay, the hypocrites, the arrogant, the people who are tyrants in this world. They're leading the world, but they're doing horrible deeds, like Hitler and people like that. Okay, so on the day of resurrection, you will see those who lied about Allah with their faces blackened. Okay, those are the kinds of people who Allah will humiliate, and they will be shown publicly that they are humiliated. Okay, is there not in hell a residence for the arrogant?
ويوم القيامة ترى الذين كذبوا على الله وجوههم مسودة أليس في جهنم مثوى للمتكبرين.
Okay, types of arrogant people who Allah will then humiliate, and because they were actually disobedient on earth.
وبما كنتم تفسقون.
Who can tell me some people who Allah has humiliated in the past because they were disobedient to Allah and arrogant?
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, good. Anybody else? Begins with a sh.
Shaitan.
Shaitan. Allah humiliated him. He was up on the heaven of Allah. He was on the same level as Allah with the angels, right? And he was horrible. He was jealous and arrogant. He thought himself better than everybody else. So Allah humiliated him and first threw him down to the middle, Jannah, okay, the gardens of Eden. And then when he corrupted Adam and Eve, Allah threw him down to the ground, to the earth. That's where he belonged. And he has been promised that he will enter hellfire on the day of judgment. Okay? And whoever avenges himself after having been wronged, those have not upon them any cause for blame. The cause is only against the ones who wrong the people and tyrannize upon the earth without fight. Those will have a painful punishment. The tyrants.
ولمن انتصر بعد ظلمه فأولئك ما عليهم من سبيل إنما السبيل على الذين يظلمون الناس ويبغون في الأرض بغير الحق أولئك لهم عذاب أليم.
Okay, so tyrants, and Fasila mentioned Pharaoh. Pharaoh was humiliated. His body is still there for everybody to see right until this day, to show the humiliation. Allah preserved his body in the sea with all the salt. And it's there in museums, public display, that this is what happens to people who don't listen to Allah. Okay? So Pharaoh. Allah drowned him. Okay? And did you know that just as he believed in Allah, Angel Gabriel came and threw some soil in his mouth to stop him saying the Shahada. That's in the Hadiths. So Allah humiliate him prim and proper. Okay? So anybody who does not believe in Allah or does not do good deeds or is horrible, arrogant, they will be humiliated on the day of judgment. These are all the chambers within hellfire. We've got tyrants there, backbiters, misers. We've got the arrogant there. We've got boasters there. We've got criminals there. We've also got suiciders there as well. Okay, so there are actually 8 chambers that you can see in that picture. And within each gate, there are appropriate punishment for each inhabitant. And that is actually in Surah Al-Hijr. And in this window, it actually tells you a little bit more about another class. So these are all different classes of people that will be humiliated on the day of judgment. And they're all bad people. Okay? All people who don't believe in Allah and all the rest. Okay? Let us now hear a little bit more on this name in our video.
Do you remember we talked about Allah's name Al-Khafid, which means the one that lowers the rank and status of all those who disobey Allah? Allah is also called Al-Mudhil, which is very similar to Al-Khafid, except it is more intense and more unpleasant. So if Al-Khafid means to lower something, Al-Mudhil means to extremely lower something. Terms to describe this state would be to disgrace, to dishonor, and to humiliate. The Holy Quran says, وَتُعِزُّ مَن تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَن تَشَاءُ. You honor whoever you wish and humiliate وَتُذِلُّ whoever you wish. Tudhillu and mudhil both come from the same root word, la. This verse means Allah has the power to honor and to humiliate. But for honor or humiliation to come our way, it depends on what we do. For example, Allah disgraces, dishonors, and humiliates those that oppress others, those that are arrogant, and those who disbelieve and disobey Allah intentionally. When they are humiliated, they will not truly recognize Allah and they wander on in life without any real knowledge. This is the lowest degree of humiliation. The holy verse also says, وَتُعِزُّ. Allah also honors, strengthens, and protects the person that does good deeds and has piety, as mentioned in the previous lesson of Al-Mu'izz. How should we live by this name? 1. Do good deeds and we will not be humiliated, and you will be promised heaven. The Holy Quran says, there is a great reward and extra blessings for those who have done good deeds, and their faces will not be covered with any darkness or zillah, i.e. humiliation. They are the companions of heaven, where they will stay forever. 2. Stay away from bad deeds, because the Holy Quran says in the next verse about those who have done bad deeds, zillah, humiliation, will cover them. They have no protector from Allah. Their faces are so dark as if they are covered by layers of a very dark night. They are the companions of the hellfire, where they will stay forever. 3. We should seek honor by being true believers. The Holy Quran says, and to Allah belongs the izzah, the honor, to His Prophet, and to the believers.
Okay. What we need to do to live by this name is to stay away from sin. Okay. Even little sins lead to big sins. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said a minor sin does not remain minor if one continues doing it. And that picture is actually very powerful. So he started off with a little sin, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's toppling over all like a domino effect, isn't it? Okay. So that is actually the key there for that name, is to stay away from sin if we do not want to get dishonored or humiliated. Okay. All of the names will be uploaded onto my YouTube channel, and they are under a playlist now called Allah. Okay, so if you go on my YouTube channel, you can go onto playlist, you press playlist, and then you press Allah, and they are all on there in order. Okay, right, let us now stop sharing this and have a look if anybody's got any comments or questions. Anybody?
No, that was good. Interesting. The two goes together, doesn't it?
It does. Gillian, what have you written? Thank you. This was wonderful as always. Jazakallah khair, Gillian. Did you know that when you become a revert, Allah honors you, doesn't He? How does He honor reverts? This is a really good question. Maybe Gillian or Manda or Alex. How does He honor you when you become a revert?
By forgiving all our old sins.
Yes, and isn't that an honor? Wouldn't we want to do that? People are born in the religion. Okay, so this is how reverts, they are honored by Allah. Did you know that? Allah forgives all their past sins, and that is absolutely amazing. That's really elevating them, isn't it? Okay, some of us are born in the religion and we don't appreciate it. But people who choose the religion, they really appreciate everything and do everything really nicely. Better than people who are born in the religion. Good. Anything else we want to add on to this talk? So some of the names now, they're being interlinked with other names. I don't know if anybody's noticed. So both of those names today were interlinked with two other names. And more,
Al-Aziz.
yes, Al-Aziz, and the other one Al-Khafid as well. But more intense words. Okay. Okay, anything else?
No, that was very good.
No?
Oh, they're really it's a lovely series of
It is, and I'm
lectures.
really learning a lot myself, to be honest. And I'm actually, I think the one today was actually I really liked it, the honor one, because I related it to myself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, because of all the good deeds I do, I related it to myself that Allah rewarded me on earth with this, you see.
Yeah.
I liked it. But obviously at the same time, Allah can humiliate me at any stage if I get arrogant. So obviously it made me think about that as well.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, isn't it? How Allah starts off with the good name and then finishes off with the bad name to help you reflect on the good name.
Yes.
Found that with the
Things
last
are
one.
all very balanced always in the Quran,
Yeah,
isn't
all
it?
balanced. Because the last
It's
two
the
names,
men, it's the women, followed by the women. It's, as you said, with these two names, one side and then the opposite.
yeah. And we found that with a couple of the past few names. So the other one was the increase and then the decrease. So he
Yeah.
balances it out. And they're coming in pairs, the names, which is nice. Okay, I think we'll stop there then. So Alex, do you want to finish off?
Okay. Jazakallah khair, Sister Sidra. That was a very inspiring lecture again. We really appreciate them. Thank you very much.
That's okay. Okay, then see you all soon, everybody.
Inshallah.
I love you all for the sake of Allah.
Likewise.
Likewise.
Jazakallah khair.
Okay then.
Okay.
Right.
Salam
Assalamu
alaikum.
alaikum. Jazakallah khair.
Alaikum